I actually know I went to Silver Lake this weekend and I had a bagel at some place, and there's
awesome.
Yeah. No,
McBroom.
And there's this girl. She was outside of the place and she was talking, and she had this voice that I could only describe. It's like a certain type of voice that some people have, where it's like they're permanently exhaling out of a hookah.
Okay.
Like it's like, yeah. It's just like something like not. Yeah. It's
yeah.
yeah. And then
yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah. Then I was over there at the.
Oh, sounds good.
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, like their tonsils are swollen.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Anyway, Austin McBroom's tonsils are about to be swollen from the sheer throat fucking all these lawyers are gonna do to him.
Yeah. So this video, actually, go watch this video.
Yeah,
because it's really good. What's this guy's name again?
Can we scroll down?
Spencer
already.
Oh, Noel, your backup channel where you do lawyer commentary?
Yeah.
That bald guy is you.
Shut it down. Don't even do it. Shut it down. Before you even go, and just stop. You know?
Back it up.
Back it up.
Back it up, and remember that you're a grown-ass woman with bangs, and you need to cut them. It's over. Okay? You're 27. Get rid of the bangs. You work now. It's over.
Okay, we got...
Your goth girl days are over. It's done. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, Spencer, what is it?
Cornelius?
Spencer Cornelia.
Cornelia? I can't see that.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer, right? I actually don't know.
What if he's just a guy saying shit that's not real?
What do you mean?
Just like making up law shit, just like...
I mean... He didn't really say that much like lawyer shit in this video.
He may not be
just
a lawyer.
Like reading the contract, or no, the lawsuit, and then putting it into layman's terms.
Sorry to cut you off. That header. Shout out to our boy Spencer. Scroll up. I make dope videos. I love the confidence.
He is really funny.
He's a licensed real estate agent.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Well, fuck it. My man wants to cover legal drama on the side.
Yeah.
Do you, brother?
Yeah. Fuck.
That'd be so crazy. He does a house showing and someone's like, what? Spencer?
Dude, you're my favorite lawyer.
Dude, you're my favorite. You do real estate? Oh, yeah. I'm not a lawyer. What? This whole time, bro. I thought. Anyways, there's this recap video digging into the case details of the whole Austin McBroom, Live X Live, Social Gloves shit. And the gist of it is, it seems like Austin McBroom is fucked.
Yeah.
Financially, like truly.
He's in way over his head now.
Yeah.
Because the Live X Live, I didn't know that. They're a public company.
Yeah, publicly traded company, which means they got lawyers.
Yeah. And
team.
So they know how to put on live events. That's what they do. And so I think Austin came to them and basically they partnered over the streaming of this event, basically. I think that's how it started, right? It was just the broadcasting, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
And then, and maybe the pay-per-view system. Something like that.
Yep.
And then they were like, well, we don't have a venue, so can you get a venue for us? And Live was like, okay, we can get a venue. He basically like negotiated a lot more stuff into the deal. And including like booking the music artists. And what Austin was doing was he was in charge of like booking the other fighters and then giving them contracts. And so he went out there thinking that he was going to sell 2 million pay-per-view buys, which would be the 5th biggest pay-per-view event ever.
Yep.
Right after the Canelo versus whoever
Mayweather fight. And then above Nate Connor 2.
Yeah.
Nate Connor 2. That's not even 1.
Yeah.
That's the middle of the rivalry.
Yeah. So he really thought that they were going to get 2 million pay-per-view buys at $50 a pop, which would have generated $100 million.
Yeah.
So that was his number when he went out to the fighters and was like, hey, Bryce Hall, I'll give you $5 million.
Yep.
That's because he thought he was going to, like, for some reason, he thought they were going to convert 2 million people to buy this $50 event.
So insane.
And now they're suing him
Yes.
for damages because LiveX Live put so much money into the event and they're not going to get paid back for it.
So-
and now Taylor Holder is suing him.
Yep.
Bryce Hall is suing him.
Because the interesting part is with the Taylor Holder and the Bryce Hall deals, he cut those on the side. What a dummy, bro.
What do you mean?
He didn't tell LiveX Live like about that.
Wow.
So those agreements were between Austin's company and Taylor's, like, you know, Bryce Hall Productions LLC and, you know, Austin McBroom, whatever the fuck. So they're suing his LLC, which I imagine he's going to try to like just file bankruptcy and just tell him S my D.
Yeah.
But maybe a judge wouldn't go for that, and a judge would be like, well, clearly you have a history of like scamming people, so you need to pay them what they're owed.
Yeah.
You know what would be really funny is if Taylor Holder has to go in there and really play up that he lost the fight.
Yeah.
And he has to go in there and be like, I was beat up for 25 minutes by Gibb. And then Gibbs in the fucking courtroom like, who hit you?
Yeah.
That's right. Admit it. You lost.
Yeah. And he has to like really play it up to like, you know,
I was fearing for my life.
conjure up
there.
some compassion from the jury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look at this video. Look at how I got my
Look,
ass
I got
whipped
my
in there.
ass slapped.
I got spanked
I got
in there.
spanked.
And look at this
Look
hit
at
right
that.
there.
I'm fighting like a little boy. Isn't that sad? Look at how hard I'm getting spanked.
Trying to turn him on. Look at me getting slapped around in there.
Look at me all greased up. Look at how hard I'm sweating.
I'm
I'm working so hard.
Look at me.
I'm getting slapped.
Look at the filthy little deviant I am getting just absolutely manhandled by a smaller man. Looks at like juror number 7. Think about that. Think about it. You're like 5'7". Think about manhandling me.
Let me ask the jury a question. Would you like to manhandle me? How would that feel for you? Think about it. Think about my sweaty body pressed up against yours, and you're slapping me in the ass.
And think about me taking that for 5 whole rounds.
Yeah.
10 minutes of uninhibited manhandling and ass slapping. Really picture it. Oh, yeah! Picture me getting owned.
Getting owned.
Then Bryce, oh, bro, that's going to be the best when Bryce Hall gets in there. I'm not a fighter. It's all going to come back full circle.
Yeah.
The judge was like, nah, man, you said you were in 40 street
I've never
fights.
claimed to be a fighter. Actually, we have you on record
Right here, brother. That would be hysterical.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Austin McBroom, you know, LiveX Live, they're suing him for $100 million. I don't think they'll get $100 million, but I feel like they'll get something.
Is that what they spent on that shit? I mean, they rented out Hard Rock Stadium.
That in itself has to be $1 million.
Yeah.
No, I think they're suing him for $100 million.
Jesus.
Go back to that. Go back to that article. I thought that was in the headline. Maybe yeah, $100 million. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is scary because who runs the company is Austin and his father. And
Bro.
like meanwhile, there's a picture of not only Austin but his family on a gigantic private jet on the way to the fight. It's like so like there's no way to like justify expenses for him. Like you can't really say, "Oh, like I did this out of good faith because I wanted the event to be great." It's like, well, you're blowing however many thousands of dollars on just completely unnecessary things like private jets, for example.
Yeah. And I'm looking down because I'm looking up like who's on the board of directors
Of
LiveX
Super
Live.
Good Productions, or what's his production company called?
Oh yeah, it was
It's
something.
like God's Only, or like what is it?
It was something really
SPG, isn't it?
corny.
It's like Super Good Productions.
Simply Greatness Productions.
Simply,
Yeah, Simply Great.
I like Super Good better.
Got super good
Super
productions.
Good Productions. I mean, that's what we make, dude.
They're just super
Everything.
good.
Fucking sick productions.
I'm just trying to think of. Oh damn! LiveX Live appoints Nike Vice President Chris Wright. I mean, who knows if he's actually good at his job?
Yeah, so one of the comments was like, which I actually kind of resonated with was he was like, Live X Live gets no sympathy from me. Like if you're partnering with Austin McBroom and you don't do 5 minutes of research to see how much money that guy spends and how much he cons his fans, then it's your own fault too.
100%.
But I mean, like it's like probably a room full of suits that are just like, wait, this guy's going to get how many of the biggest influencers in one room to fight? That's definitely going to sell. So, I mean, I don't know.
Because it was 50 million combined like followers across everyone, who was mentioned.
Yeah, but even that, it's like...
I mean, here's the thing. That number, on paper, like that sounds like a good number. But there's like 1 billion people in the United States. And out of all those people, only 2 million bought a pay-per-view to watch Conor McGregor at arguably like close to the peak of his career.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz, who has like a decade's worth of MMA like brand name, like he's like the fucking one of the villains of the UFC. It took that to sell 2 million.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how as like a media company you look at those 50 million followers and even fucking flinch at that or get excited because who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like that is literally a penny in the ocean relative to how many people you can sell pay-per-views to.
Yeah.
Because go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say this. I really actually do feel for Bryson Taylor in this.
No, I do 100%.
They were they thought that they were going to get millions of dollars for training for this thing, stepping in the ring.
Yep.
They're probably planning purchases they're going to make afterwards. I know Taylor bought a fucking like a fucking Rolls Royce or something.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I feel bad for him that he bought that before he made sure to get paid or whatever. I'm just saying these kids were promised millions of dollars. They signed a fucking contract that said, we will pay you $5 million as soon as you step in the ring. Mm-hmm. And now they're spending money on lawyers and in hopes of getting this money back that they're never going to get back.
Yep.
Because they're going to file for bankruptcy and they'll never get it back.
Just fuck them over. And I give them a pass in that they're young, bro. Like, it's easy to be young and make a stupid mistake like that. Like not everyone is privy to entertainment. It's easy to like sit back and go, oh, you should this and you should that. But bro, if you're like 21 and you sign some contract and there's all these people around you, it's very reasonable that you would go, yeah, this is legit.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to get that money.
Yeah.
And they got the roughest lesson in all of it. That's why like, someone hit us up to, someone I know hit us up to like potentially like roast Bryce Hall, and I was just like, honestly, I don't like. We'll joke about him, but I don't think it's shitty what he went through now.
Yeah,
like he got conned out of the money,
and he was a laughing stock.
He just destroyed his image.
Yeah,
and it's just like you could argue, all right, that all could have been worth it for the money, right? Like he quote, however you want to say it, he sold out. And he would have got paid. But now that dude just took a beating from the guy who set it all up, who debatably knew, I'm never going to pay this full shit.
Yeah.
So you sign a contract to get your ass whooped, no payment, and that's it.
Yeah.
And who knows what the fuck kind of injuries he took from that.
And what was the side bet that they made? Was it $1 million?
Yeah, it was like $1 million about like winning or losing.
That's wild. It's so crazy. He has 3 kids. 3 kids, and you're betting $1 million. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Save that for their college.
Yeah. I mean, Austin's used to conning people, so I'm sure he was very confident betting that mill. Like, oh, yeah, I'm never going to pay him even if I fucking lose.
So what happens in this situation? Like, he has his personal wealth. Mm-hmm. He has this entity that is partnered with Live X Live that is now getting sued for $100 million. So they report bankruptcy and their debts are waived.
I think what would happen is...
And Austin isn't affected at all?
I think they would probably fold the company, right? Forego any of the... Because all the money was put into an escrow.
Yeah.
So I think they would forego any of those earnings. So like that's the money they would for sure collect on. And then the only other option would be for Live X Live probably to go after him personally, like, sue him personally. And that, I would imagine that would be a tougher case because then they have to like you know, the burden of proof is probably really extensive.
Yeah.
That's I think iDubbbz kind of touched on that in the way of like getting people in trouble for pump and dump scams, because the what you need to successfully execute on a case like that is so fucking difficult.
Yeah.
So that's why those people never get put in jail.
Yeah.
So that's why through all this, he probably doesn't give a shit, because he's like, yeah, I'm just going to file bankruptcy on all 3 entities and like, I'm good.
Yeah. But doesn't that like ruin his credit or no?
Like you mean like his credit as a person? Or
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, definitely. But
Because like that's worrisome. Then he'll never get another mortgage. You know, like
yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because he
over.
doesn't pay those anyway. But
yeah, I guess. I don't know how this shit works. I just know, like, I don't know, if you start a company and now you're getting sued for $100 million, that has to like destroy you somehow.
yeah, I what I think is the judge. I don't know. It all depends on the judge. The judge may go, Austin, you know, you didn't make these efforts. You didn't fulfill these, you know, parts of the. Because that was the greatest quote in that whole video is when they asked Austin to promote the fight, he said, quote, like, we have 6 million subscribers. We don't need to do any marketing.
Oh, man. Eating those words.
We don't have to do any marketing.
Eating those words right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they said he was like being like comically irresponsible with the promotion that he agreed to.
Yeah.
Like just not doing it in terms of like, you know, stories and stuff that he agreed to post, like a number of them, and he just wasn't doing them.
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Because you think it's like below you. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. The dude thinks he's Drake.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, and I just have to say, I'm not sitting here like, you know, I'm not sitting here like walking back any of the fucking jokes I made on like Bryce or Taylor, but I do think it is objectively really shitty to like get injuries from a combat event and not have any coverage, because Austin was teeing off on that.
Yeah.
He does not know what that's going to do to him later.
Yeah.
He really doesn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's the shitty part.
That's really rough.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he got beat up by the dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know that's what you said, but like,
No,
that
it's
really
like,
is pretty wild.
when you say it back to yourself like 4 or 5 times, like, no, wait, that dude
He
whooped
got-
his ass and was not going to pay him. That's so crazy.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's like evil.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
I guess Austin was supposed to get paid $5 million too. So like he clearly really thought that they were going to sell that many pay-per-views.
Yeah, definitely.
On the event titled YouTuber versus TikToker. 2 million pay-per-view buys.
You know Dana White.
Hosted by Social Gloves. Like at least come up with better names.
You know Dana White is laughing his ass off
Yeah.
when he sees this shit.